Hello, our dear friends. We're so happy to see you back on our channel. If you enjoy our movie recaps, please support us by hitting the like button. It means a lot to us and gives us the opportunity to create even more exciting videos for you. Thank you for being with us. You're the best. Now, let's dive into today's story. This is a bold, stylish, and suspenseful thriller. A tale of passion, trust, and a dangerous plan between two women with nothing to lose. As their choices grow riskier, the tension rises with every scene, leading to an unforgettable finale. Buckle up, this is one of the most visually striking crime dramas of the 90s. The screen fades in, revealing a large closet. The camera drifts down, passing shelves stacked with hat boxes and bags, neatly arranged. The camera lingers on a pair of black boots tied with white rope, belonging to a woman lying still on the floor, wrists tightly bound. The scene shifts to a sunlit elevator. Corky, a tough-looking woman with short hair and a black leather jacket, leans against the back wall. As the doors start to close, she presses the open button, letting in a couple. Caesar, a middle-aged Italian in a sharp suit and sunglasses, and Violet, a striking woman radiating charm. Their eyes meet briefly before the doors shut and the elevator rises. In an apartment, Corky, now in work overalls, hangs up a phone and pauses, hearing a bed rhythmically hitting the wall. The sound blends into the screech of a plumbing tool in a bathroom. Where Corky operates it, dark sludge splashing the tub. A knock interrupts. She stops the machine, wipes her hands, and opens the door. Violet, in jeans, a white t-shirt, and cowboy boots, holds two coffee cups, one black, one with cream. Corky lets her in, washing off grime in the bathroom. Violet hands her the black coffee, and they sit together on a couch. Violet admires Corky's hands, glances at her watch, and leaves, setting her cup on a table. Night falls over a rundown bar, its cracked sign glowing faintly. The watering hole. Corky's truck parks outside, and she steps in, the air thick with leather and cigarette smoke. She greets the heavy-set bartender, orders 2 beers, and spots a woman in black leather at a back table. Sitting beside her, Corky smirks, but a large woman in a Chicago police jacket interrupts, eyeing Corky knowingly. Corky leaves, heading to her truck parked on a littered street. In her bare apartment, she lies on a futon, a beer resting on her stomach, a folk song playing softly on the radio. A circle of light on the ceiling grows until a paint roller swipes white across it. In an empty apartment, Corky paints the ceiling, sweat dripping, punk music blaring. The phone rings. She answers, hangs up, and looks curiously at the wall. At night, in a hallway, Corky knocks on a door. Violet opens it, surprised, and leads her into Caesar's apartment. Its gray and black leather decor stark. In the kitchen, Corky grabs a wrench, opens the sink cabinet, and works as Violet hands her a bucket. Water drips, and Corky's eyes linger on Violet's tight dress. She pulls an earring from the murky water, and Violet, thrilled, hugs her, then offers a drink. Corky nods, and Violet brings 2 beers. They sit on the leather couch, Violet leaning close, touching Corky's axe-shaped tattoo, then opening her dress to reveal her own, a violet flower on her chest. She gently takes Corky's hand to her scar, their faces close, a surge of tension rising into a sudden kiss. Corky leans in deeper, their closeness intensifying as the moment takes hold. The front door unlocks, and Violet pushes Corky away. They scramble to tidy up as Caesar enters, mistaking Corky for a man in the dim light. He rushes forward, then stops, embarrassed, as Corky stands, revealing herself. He shakes her hand, probes her past, and offers money, peeling bills from a thick stack. Corky takes them reluctantly and leaves. In the empty apartment, she washes a paintbrush under running water, pausing to glance at her left hand, then scrubs it clean in the mirror's reflection. In the amber-lit parking lot, she climbs into her truck, but Violet slips into the passenger seat, kissing her passionately. The windshield fogs up, and Corky starts the engine. In Corky's apartment, they lie together in intimate closeness, their connection raw and intense. Exhausted, they lie still, Corky's eyes fluttering open. She grabs a beer from the fridge, presses it to her forehead, then offers it to Violet, who drinks, their gazes locked. They sit up, hands brushing, the moment heavy with unspoken connection. Morning light floods the parking lot as Corky steps from her truck, tools in hand, whistling. In the lobby, she spots Shelley, an overdressed man, nervously speaking into the intercom. He glances at her, then enters as the door buzzes, and Corky watches him enter Caesar's apartment, her smile fading. In a bedroom, Violet stands by the window, her gaze intense, focused on Corky. Corky pulls on her pants, distant, while Violet wraps a sheet around herself, sensing tension. Corky storms out. Daylight bathes Franklin Street, Caesar's tall building looming. Corky's truck parks, a bathroom vanity in the bed. She unhooks straps as a black sedan screeches in. 3 men escorting Shelley, who notices Corky before entering. In a bathroom, Corky detaches a vanity's pipes, hearing sobs and thuds through the wall, the toilet water rippling. In Caesar's bathroom, Shelley kneels in distress, surrounded by men, as Johnny Marzone steps forward, taking control of the situation. Caesar and others crowd the tight space. In the living room, Violet blends ice, then approaches Caesar, who hugs her dismissively. Mickey Malnato, gray-haired and sturdy, watches, suggesting she leave. Caesar hands Mickey clippers, and they return to the bathroom. In the empty apartment, Corky drops her tools, finding Violet trembling in the main room. She wraps an arm around her, leading her out. In a wood panel bar, Corky orders drinks and joins Violet at a corner table. Violet is tense, her hands tightly gripping her glass, her eyes scanning the room. They speak in hushed tones, leaning closer. The conversation centers around the plan. They are nearing the final step, but the danger is increasing. Caesar has become suspicious. Despite the risks, both know the window of opportunity is now. They leave the bar and climb into Corky's truck parked in a gravel lot. Rain begins to fall, and their silhouettes draw close beneath the soft glow of a street lamp. Back at Caesar's apartment, the door slams open. He storms in, blood-soaked, and tosses a heavy bundle into the double sink. Violet steps forward cautiously, but Caesar grabs a bottle of whiskey and begins unbuttoning his ruined shirt. He rips open the bag, and soaked bills spill out. He searches the kitchen for detergent, hands trembling. Corky appears briefly, whispering something urgent to Violet, then disappears into the shadows. In the closet, the bound woman twitches, her body jerking. In Corky's apartment, Violet sits on the bed, Corky pacing by the window. The scene flashes to Caesar's apartment, hundreds of bills hung on strings, Caesar pressing each one, eyeing Violet. In a bedroom, Violet lies awake, the hum of a bill counter echoing. In Caesar's office, she brings coffee, spotting cash in an open case. Back in Corky's apartment, Corky nods, thinking. In the closet, the woman's face flinches, water splashing as her eyes open. In Caesar's bedroom, she wakes, soaked, Caesar standing over her menacingly, the mood dark. Violet lies restrained, fear in her eyes. Caesar lashes out in anger, dragging Violet forcefully, then storms out with clippers. Corky and Violet, back to back, loosen each other's ropes, but Caesar bursts in, dragging Corky and clamping Violet's pinky in clippers. The intercom buzzes, and Corky shouts, pointing to paint cans in the empty apartment. Caesar aims at her, then knocks her out, locking her in the closet and pulling Violet to the bathroom, where he showers. Mickey and Lou enter the living room, guns drawn, startling Caesar, who's in a towel. Violet, in the bathroom, lifts Johnny's body, finding his cell phone. She calls, and Caesar crosses to the phone, eyes lighting up. Violet, in a robe, steps out, acting surprised. Mickey grabs the case, leaving with Lou. Caesar, gun in hand, drags Violet to the empty apartment, kicking over a paint can, paint spilling. Violet runs, Caesar chasing through the hall and stairs. She reaches the elevator, dialing the cell phone. In the empty apartment, Corky, freed, grabs clippers, hiding as Caesar finds the cash bag in the bathroom. She swings a wrench, missing, and they fight, the gun sliding across the paint. Violet bursts in, holding a gun, standing firm. Caesar lunges, but Violet fires. He collapses, the white paint below stained as silence returns. The scene fades to Caesar's empty apartment, the closet bare. In the parking lot, Violet stands with Mickey, hugging him goodbye as he drives off. At Corky's apartment, she sits on the steps, smiling as Violet approaches in a new outfit. They nod, and Corky aims keys at a new truck. Inside, they lean close, Corky starts the engine, and the truck speeds off, the screen going black. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. We truly hope you enjoyed this story as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We're already working on more exciting recaps to share with you soon. See you next time.